Oh, well, good day. Welcome to my plantation. I'm Master Godiah Spray, and this is my home. You're in the garden right now, and I could certainly show you about if you wish.
That would be lovely.
Oh, very good. There's many kinds of things here. In this garden, we grow over 100 varieties of plants for various uses, from food, such as the cucumbers here, leeks there, or dyeing cloth as the plants all right here. This is tansy, which the yellow flowers can be used to make yellow dye. Also, the new shoots are quite good for expectant mothers. As there's no doctors or apothecaries here, we have to make all our own medications as well, along with the food, and growing the tobacco to buy all the clothes, tools, the house that you see behind me, which most people don't have a fine house like that, with the glass windows, above stairs, and a very large hall with a wooden floor. Most people don't have things like that. So I've been most fortunate here in the New World, and so there's much to do and see. So if you would like, we can certainly go about our way.
Meet Peter Friesen, otherwise known as Godiah Spray. Incredible the things you do at historic St. Mary's City. You're the site supervisor for the plantation and the grounds here, and as we just heard, you're in, I hesitate to use the word, but I'll say it, in character, because for you it's less of a character and more of a lifestyle, really bringing history to life in historic St. Mary's City.
Yes, and we just use the term character because it is easier just to say that as opposed to something else. But it is also not acting because there's no script, so you have to constantly know who you are, because any question could be answered, and you don't have a script just to tell you what the answer is. So sometimes you have to, after doing due diligence and research, you can come up with an answer.
And that's the wonderful thing about historic St. Mary's City, and particularly about the living plantation, is when school children come through or people come from other areas in the world, you don't know what they're going to ask you. You really have to know how this operates, almost as if this were your life every day. Right.
We do try to learn all the nitty-gritty things, not just the history that's very popular or the famous people, but the average person, because you have many people who want to know what their life would be like. And not everybody's famous. You know, most of us aren't. And so I think it brings that connection to a regular person here that you don't see at maybe some other museums where it's more focused on the famous people.
Well, give us a quick, let's say, minute and a half synopsis of what this plantation encompasses and the family that lived here.
All right. Well, the Godiah Spray family is a composite family based off of an actual family name of a man named Robert Cole, whose plantation is of by Leonardtown today. And in fact, there's a great piece of research, a book written called Robert Cole's World, that anyone can purchase, and that's what a lot of this plantation is based off of, plus a number of other plantations, such as a man named Daniel Clocker. So it's based off of the archaeological research and the historical research, the records that people left behind after they passed away, wills, inventories, and those types of things. And so by using that information, and the written information that we do have, we have to fill in the blanks for all the day-to-day stuff that people don't think about to write, because it's such a day-to-day thing. Why write about it? Right. I mean, I don't know how many people use diaries today or journals, but I'm sure most people don't write down every nitty-gritty detail of their life. So, you know, we have to figure out where would they go to the bathroom? Right. How would they do those types of things? Archaeology helps us in that regard, find those types of things, understanding what foods they had, what they didn't have, how they used them, how they cooked them. How just to build a fence was a fast way to build a fence versus, you know, a proper way that they had in England. So it's a lot of challenges in that regard, and living history allows you to have a laboratory of history, if you will, to figure out how they would have been able to do things, what one was capable of, and what your life was like. What do you think life was like? Because in this particular location, we're very lucky because the ground is fertile. There's 4 seasons, basically. So you've got water, rain, sunshine, and we're close to the water, so there would have been seafood. What do you think was one of the biggest challenges that faced people in that era? Well, in that era, I mean, the biggest challenge is health. Really? Yes, because the old saying, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Correct. You know, many of us take that kind of flippantly. Because our society, you know, we have such great medicine today. We have life expectancies that are very long. Simple things that kill people 100 years ago, 400 years ago, don't bother us today. Right. A bad leg infection, for instance, you can go to the doctor. Appendicitis. Right. An abscess in your tooth. You know, some of those things that we think of very easy to cure, you know, those are a lot of things that are killing people. And so your life is constantly surrounded by death and opportunity because you have your children who are dying, your parents are dying. Most people aren't living long enough to see their parents become, or most people don't see the children become adults.
It was an incredible time in history.
So
We've really come so far.
Yeah, and you know, they're working sun up, sundown every day, except
Right.
for
It wasn't
you know,
an
the
easy
Sabbath.
lifestyle.
No, so it's nice to go back and see how it was, but you know, it's nothing I would actually really want to live. You know,
Right.
I like my modern technology, and it helps a lot, and it makes you, I think, in many ways, more aware of what we do have
Right.
as far as technology has. But we're also missing some things that they probably took for granted, like the wide variety of food that we don't have today.
Right.
Because there was more varieties of food I've noticed back then than there is today.
Absolutely. Well, Peter Friesen, Godiah Spray, site supervisor for this beautiful, incredible piece of property, historic St. Mary's City.